It's Monday here on the sofa, and we start off with some good news as Ben's daughter has passed her driving test. We share some tales of our time behind the wheel, and then we go back to 2016 to talk about a golden year of Coronation Street, the year we lost Kylie Platt, and we hear from Paula Lane herself. I think we should start off on a Monday, Ben, with some good news.
Good news. Coulson's good news. I remember this shit.
Did we?
Was it Coulson's good news? Yeah, it was Coulson's good news.
This wasn't the podcast. That was in lockdown. It was Corrie's good news, hosted by Coulson.
That was it.
Yeah.
What was that? What was your... I'm joking on the raspberry.
It was what kept the entire Coronation Street fan base going during COVID.
It was you just going, so what's your good news today, Jack P. Shepherd?
Yeah. Did you ever come on?
No, I didn't bollocks.
I didn't go on. I was filming.
No, it was
Was anybody on it? Or was it just you?
Yeah, they got some members of cast.
It was a period of time that we shut down in COVID at Corrie.
Yeah.
And it was Dan Archibald, who's no longer at Corrie. He's still at ITV. But he came to me and said, look, I've got an idea of us producing a TV show from your house of Corrie's Good News, where we basically speak to the fan base, we celebrate Corrie, and we try and keep everyone interlinked whilst they're at home. So that's what we did. It was Corrie's Good News. So
you did that singing part in it. I remember that.
The tap dance.
Yeah. And then you did a joke of the week.
Do you know what we did? Do you know what we actually did on that? And genuinely, when I look back at all of it and Corrie, it's one thing that I
groundbreaking
forget that we did.
Groundbreaking.
For the Corrie 60th,
yeah,
we did a special episode of Coronation Street's Good News. And it was like a 40-minute episode, and it went on ITVX. Yeah.
Oh, because did they have their 60th? Of course they did, over lockdown.
No, we were back. We were back because it was all...
But with restrictions.
Yeah, and it was all Jeff's exit, Yasmin, the chickens. So it was a 40-minute TV show that was hosted by me. And in effect, it started off with Ian Bartholomew's exit interview, and then we did various different bits. We had a quiz. I think did I do Mr. and Mrs. with you and Julia on that show? Maybe.
Yeah, you did. I do remember that.
And there was just various different bits. It was really fun. It was like when you look back at it, it was really fun, and it went out like
good to go on ITVX.
Like TV show and went out on X. Yeah, it was good. But no, we weren't talking about Corrie's good news or Coulson's good news. We were just talking about good news in general.
Good news in general.
Good news in general.
Ben's had kind of
general news.
Momentous.
I have a general news which could maybe be good.
It could also be bad.
It could also be bad. Yeah, it could also be bad. So, I'm
a father.
I'm a father to children. My daughter has been learning to drive for a bit.
Yes.
We've had a few misses on the old tests.
Are we going there?
We're not going there too much.
Okay.
We've had a few.
Sorry, Paloma.
We've had a few, but...
My sister had 9.
She didn't have that many, did she?
So 9.
No, 9.
9 tests?
9.
Bollock.
That's when
nine all practical or...
9 practical.
Yeah.
That's when you know I shouldn't be behind the wheel.
Even if you pass, you shouldn't get behind.
Exactly. Do you know what she did in the end? I'm not doing manual. I'll just do the auto. So she can't actually drive a manual car.
So a lot of people do that now because cars are going to go electric. There won't be the gears. But we went manual. We were fine.
Okay.
I'm at the back of the Rovers with Jude Reardon, who plays my son. We're about to go on set. We're doing something. About in the Rovers' back room. And you have to go on through the back of the Rovers, but you've got 2 doors.
The poker game? What is it? What is it? The illegal betting shop.
The best thing about the Rovers' back room.
Nicks the alcohol off the Rovers.
The best thing about the Rovers' back room is that it's a normal living room, and it's got an industrial kitchen attached to it, hasn't it?
That's it.
It's got it's got the hot pot kitchen, and then it's got your sofa and your dining table.
It's massive, but also the table's massive,
huge, really heavy.
Yeah,
like a solid marble.
Like Rome.
Yeah, and it's got handles on the back of the chair, so you pull the chair. So we're waiting to go on, and I know my daughter's test is 10 to 4.
So you knew she was having it.
I knew she was having it, and I've been there. I've been to the test centre before. When you see them come in, and you wait to see the face, and the face is, or And then they tell you what. Anyway, so I'm on the old Find My iPhone thing, thinking,
see where she is.
I don't live here, so she's driving around or whatever. And then I think she must have finished. And then I'm like, oh no, maybe she's on the test. And then I see the circle with my wife moves at the same time. I'm like, oh, they're both in the car.
They're together.
They're together.
And they've not texted.
And they've not rang or texted. And I go to Jude and I explain the whole thing to Jude. Jude's like, oh no, that's a shame. And I went, oh, that's a real pain. And again, and
14th time.
Yeah, and the driving instructor's ringing me and said, I need this extension finished. Can you pay some more?
And we paid.
That was the joke.
Joke.
How's his new carpets? I said, why is he turning up in a Rolls? Hiya, Ben. Any more kids?
Especially when you're paying the examiner off as well at the same time.
Yeah, especially when I give it the full Nick Tealsley. Yeah. I go, come on, mate. Come on, mate.
What do you do? Do you send Bath Council £1,000 a test to say, please?
No, I do that thing on autographs. Yeah, and I do the thing on the bus.
Live tickets to the podcast show.
Yeah, like that. Car parking's free.
Ben Price is turning the Christmas lights on this year on the Crescent.
I don't know who's... Yeah, I don't know that would...
I was wondering who all these other people were in the studio. Was that the prize?
This is Bath Town Council with us. Yeah.
So anyway, I'm like, we're done, no good. And he was a bit, and Jude's with me. Because of course I've known Jude for a long time now.
Yeah.
So we're talking and he's like, we go on, do the scene, we have to go again, come back, text, phone goes. Well, you don't normally have your phone on set, do you? But I thought for this first special, phone goes, and I'm like, it's literally like judges' houses. I'm picking the phone and I'm thinking,
hi.
As a dad, you have to give it the, don't you worry, well done, there'll be more tests, blah, blah, blah.
We can always do the Easter fete as well.
We can always do an intensive where someone else drives you for the rest of your life. We can always get a driver. Came through, passed. Jude high fives me, buzzing. They're in Starbucks for the
celebration.
That's where they were.
Come on.
So they passed. She'd passed. Then
and
gone.
She's been telling your mum the
mum.
story.
Oh, passed it. Nothing for Dad. Then I got the. I've done it, Dad. I'm in. Great. So then we had to have the discussion about her first solo drive because I forget that. You've always had someone with you.
You've always had someone in the car.
Can you remember your first solo drive?
I think it was probably the M62.
Hold on, Colson's got a good one.
Colson, I don't think I can say.
Oh, he crashed.
I've never told anyone. My mum doesn't know. It was her car.
Oh
yeah, this is perfect.
This is really bad.
This is
breaking news.
Yeah, hold on. Say it quietly.
No,
it will be fine.
But is this liable? I reversed into a van.
Oh
no, you're fine. I mean, that's every day.
Oh, but he got off.
I drove off.
Yeah,
yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
It was the first time. I think this is liable. Not
now. Hold on. Not 11 years later.
Yeah, no, 11 years later. But I was picking my friend Luke up on the day that I passed my test, and we were going to McDonald's, and I was in a Renault Captur, and I was doing a 3-point turn, and I did a 3-point turn into a.
It won't have been bad if
it was
doing a 3-point turn.
It wasn't bad. It was like clutch into the back of something, and there was no damage. And I thought, who's it going to?
Yeah, completely.
Yeah, who's it going to affect?
Yeah. Do you remember your first ride M62? Do you think?
Well, I had to come to work. That's why I had to pass my test. I needed to because I was on the motorway at fucking 5 a.m.
You did have a big crash.
I did have a big crash.
To Candle in the Wind.
Yeah, Elton John.
Which is a good song to go out to.
It's not. It's not though, is it?
Goodbye, when you wake English Road.
Yes. When you wake up on the roof, you're like,
thought this was
it was that though.
No, it was. It was a big one. Yeah,
it was hanging over the central reservation.
Yeah. We've talked about this before.
It was off the.
Haven't we talked about?
Yeah, off the. It was. I was coming up the slip road and I went through the barrier. Wheel went over.
Skidded him.
Yeah, went through. Yeah, but they drove me home.
Oh, that's nice.
All the way. That's good, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, they went, don't worry.
Have you ever had a bad one? You were in a crash. You weren't in a crash. You witnessed a crash on the M6.
I've been in a few bad ones. I still made the scene.
That was the M6 day?
Yeah, it closed the motorway.
Yeah.
I still made the scene. It was the scene where Leanne was on a bus with Simon and was going to leave Nick. And I still made it. Lies.
I think we were living together. And I remember us sitting in the flat at night, and Bennett had like the day from hell, and his phone went ping. And then I went, oh, it's the guy from the crash. And it came up on his phone and it said, Matt M6 crash. And he texts Ben and he put, hi, mate. Lovely to meet you today. Shame about the circumstances. Didn't want to say this on the day, but my mum's a huge fan.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Any chance? Like, you could send me some stuff on it?
Yeah, it was.
Some merch. And you were like, we've just nearly died.
It was like, it wasn't the time. I think it was just really sort of, oh, well, any chance?
Wasn't it Final Destination? Weren't there logs across the road or something?
Iron girders.
Yeah.
Iron girders fell down.
I've never, that scene from Final Destination 2 with the logs on the back of the truck.
Don't trust them.
I'm still do not feel safe on motorways. Like,
I've had a biffa bin go over the car.
A friend of mine was telling me a story about her dad was driving from Wales to Bolton, where we're from, with a door on the top of his car, and at some point during the journey he lost it. But he doesn't know when. He just arrived in Bolton and the door was gone.
Didn't you hit a sheep on the Snake Pass?
Yeah.
We've had a few. I'll tell you what.
Sheep, dogs, deers, all sorts.
You've not hit a dog. That's more liable to me hitting a PT van.
It was dark.
I don't think we should tell that story. I don't think we should tell that story.
Your history with dogs.
It was 5 a.m. and I was on a country road and I was trying to get to the motorway to come to work. And it was already dead. That was it.
Fine, leave it in.
It was already dead. It was in the middle of the road and my lights, the only thing I could see on the road was the headlamps, basically, because it was so dark. It was the middle of winter, and I just saw all this blood, and I just went over it.
In fact, if anything, I drove towards.
If anything, I'd probably aided sending it on its way.
So crikey!
I think you have to leave that in.
Why is it hitting deers and sheep is fair game, but as soon as you mention dog, everyone shits themselves?
Because that's just the culture that we live in. I keep dogs as pets.
Someone's walking their pet.
Oh no!
Yeah, you didn't say
the lead. The lead just shoots off
straight.
You're going on that the lead is
no. It had escaped.
I think you're right. Leave it in. Leave it in.
You're fine. Yeah. I remember passing my motorbike test and getting straight on my motorbike, dressed in some Clark Wallabies and some canvas trousers. Going on the motorway.
What, no leathers?
Oh, just like my helmet.
Did you ever wear shorts?
I wore a suit. I did wear shorts. It's not smart.
No.
And crazy. Then I was like, actually, I won't do that again.
The thing, if you come off, you know about it.
Oh, yeah. Oh. I loved being on a motorbike, though.
Yeah.
Loved it. So there we go. That was the big news. That was like monumental.
Congratulations, Paloma.
Brilliant. Well done.
Passed the test.
She's passed the test. Straight away, my son's straight in for any chance of a lift.
Straight off for the lift.
Straight off for the lift.
How long till he can start having lessons?
He's on the go now. But then we all get as everyone does, don't worry, I'll pass in 3 days. That one, isn't it?
He thinks he's ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Don't worry, Dad.
Has he done his theory?
I don't think he has yet.
I failed my theory a few times, Like,
I think mine was the first year that hazard perception test came
click,
in.
click, click.
And it was the click, click, click.
What's that?
It's where they wouldn't have had it in your day, Ben.
You never did hazard perception?
No.
Did you not?
There wasn't.
It
was the first
did you have computers?
There was a Model T. There was the horse and cart.
Yeah.
They gave you that one.
Yeah.
Which is if you see a horse and cart go across, they have priority. And if you see one bolt, stay back because they can do some shits.
What about hitting dogs?
Hitting dogs, that as well. It was Model T Ford, so they could do 10 miles an hour. And then that was it. And then you didn't even have to read a number plate. So
did you have to crank it? Did you have to
did all that. Yep, smoke.
Chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang.
Hazard perception is you're sat at a computer screen.
Yeah.
And you see scenarios.
It shows you a simulator.
Oh, brilliant.
Car, so and you're meant to click when you see a hazard.
But the rumour used to be there was a 14 clicks per situation. So you used to be this was the rumor that went round college, wasn't it?
So you're clicking 14 times whether you see it or
everyone
not.
was saying don't overclick, don't overclick, because it'll fail you.
You see a runner and you go, is that a hazard?
So I underclicked. I didn't click enough. I saw like a sheep and a dog and a deer.
And you were like,
things
fine.
that I have
Targets.
killed.
Targets in your head, yeah.
And I went, no
hazard here.
right of way. But
Keep going. In fact, actually, I think that's faster.
So did you fail?
I failed the hazard thing, and then I had to redo it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they didn't.
I
All they had
passed first time
when I
the
passed
practical.
was, can you read the number plate? How long does it take to stop in the wet?
Longer.
Right. Longer.
Correct.
Correct. More yards. Correct. In you get into the car.
Yes.
That's a roundabout, turn left. You've
Emergency stop as my manoeuvre, which is like the biggie,
That's
innit?
the one that everyone wants.
Yeah.
What's the other one you can get?
Well,
Yeah,
no,
3-point turn.
you have one
reverse
parking
round
and corners.
Yeah.
Crap.
Shit.
You never do that again.
Shit.
You
No,
never
it
bother.
does it.
and reverse park.
Parallel park.
Parallel park.
There's
is
another
hard.
one now. There's a new one that they do. Starting on a hill.
Hill start.
Hill
Yeah.
start.
Control.
Yeah, that's it. And then there's another one they do that does sound.
I did
difficult.
emergency stop. When I hit the windscreen,
Yeah.
Yeah.
stop, yeah. And don't stall. That was the big thing.
Parallel park's still difficult.
Yeah, it's tricky. Yeah.
Even now, it's still.
Even
I had to
with
do
the
a parallel
cameras.
park today, and I found it hard. Without the cameras, probably fucked.
Yeah. That's, well, I mean.
You don't realize how lucky you are.
yeah, we've moved on now.
Especially now I'm driving a tank. We're going to take a quick break here on the sofa. When we come back from the break, we're talking.
We should have read some. Next time we'll read some names.
We can do it now if you want.
I think we should because it does work.
So
what works? What works? It works.
No, when we read the Patreon names out. Okay, so Patreon, and funny enough, we've got we've opened a new bakery, baked goods, because our co-op videos have done so well. And it's a family-run business, and the father runs it with the rest of his kids. And I spoke to him. I said, "Any chance?" He said, "Yep, I'll do it." Head of our bakery is Dave Eccles.
The
Nice.
job that
Very good. We've already got
Eccles cake.
We've already got Baker though, haven't we?
Tom Baker, he's bread rolls.
He's
bread
bread
rolls.
rolls. He actually
Bread
works for Dave.
Okay.
He's
Yeah,
taken
Dave's
over.
his boss.
Yeah,
bought
Dave's
him
his
out.
job, yeah, the bread rolls are
Stale.
Sometimes, yeah. I like the crusty cobs.
most people do.
I'm delighted to give this job out.
It's
It's something that we have needed for so long. Especially the late nights when we're coming out of heaven and hell. It's find it really hard to get home. So I'm delighted that we're having a taxi firm
okay.
on the Sofa Land. It's called Sofa Shuttles, and it's run by Anne. Anne Pickup is head of the taxi firm.
Oh, that's good.
And pick up.
Yeah.
Nice. Someone who's working with Anne on Sofa Shuttles is Craig Shuttleworth.
Ah, good. He's got the minibus, hasn't he, Craig?
He's got the
Yes,
minibus.
he's always there.
He's
Always
got
on
the
time.
minibus.
So that's join Patreon, get read out.
Yep, if you want to join Patreon, it's www.patreon.com/on the sofa. You will get your name read out on the podcast and get yourself a job. That's all we got time for on part 1. We'll see you after the break for part 2. Welcome back to On the Sofa with Coulson, Jack, and Ben. We're going to talk about Corrie in the second half of this podcast, if that's all right with you two.
Yes,
Yes,
it is.
we are on that show.
We concur.
I want to start off by talking about a momentous thing that happened on Corrie 10 years ago, back in 2016.
Oh, yes, that's the post that I put on.
The passing of Kylie Platt.
Passing. Yeah.
The murder?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was stabbed.
Tell us all about it, Jack.
It's 10 years. I know that's flown.
That is mad.
That's mad, isn't it?
When you put it up, it was like, it was so, it felt weirdly very, very recent.
But still a long
time ago,
yeah.
but not 10 years. I
know.
That really was the first time we became friends.
Yeah, I would say around that period. But I mean, how old are you now? 27?
27.
Yeah, so you were 17. I'm not speaking to you before that, Coulson. I'm not.
I think you did. I think when you called me Fat Chesney, I was about 12.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's just sort of workplace bullying. That's
banter.
Acceptable.
That's banter. It was a big year. It was 2016. It was a big year.
That was a huge, huge story at the time. obviously, I remember the three of us had.
I think it's because it came out of the blue and it had to come out of the blue, and it did for a lot of people because there was no build up to it. Because I think Paula was she was leaving, wasn't she? She was going to leave the show to go on maternity and have a baby, and she'd already just recently left. I think this was her second. Was this her second child? She'd already done the Kylie leaves David, then she came back, and then Kylie was going to leave David again, but then Paula's decided that she actually wasn't going to renew the contract. She was going to leave, so then they were like, "We can't have you. You've just gone. We can't have you come back and go, and then come back and go, and then go again, and then that's it." So I think they tied it all up and said, "We will just do it that you're both going to go and start a new life together." In the Caribbean, I think Becky, a sister, was going to pay for us to work in her hotel or something.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
and then there was going to be the shock factor that we were going off and we'd won and we'd beat the baddies and everything was great, and then she just died, and she just sort of gets stabbed and she dies in David's arms, and he's left with a widow and he's got to bring up these two children.
I remember because it was the time that when the three of us like first started hanging out. And I remember we were sat outside like we used to. And it was a day that Paula left, like, so you'd finished all the story, everything was shot in the can. And I think it was the first time I'd ever seen you like upset to say bye to someone. Like you and Paula, you were a good on-screen partnership, weren't you?
I think it was the sort of it was the subject of the story, I think. That's the first time ever working at Corrie, and still is, where I've actually taken a storyline home with me and been really, really upset and feeling a loss when no one's dead, no one's gone. Because it was 3 weeks of just crying and having to go to like a dark place and think of horrific things to get that emotion. For all them hours and hours and hours and also, hours a day.
As Coulson says, she was a very significant part of our family. It was a very significant, and also there's something I just remember feeling it also at the time. It was so final. It wasn't on a bus. It wasn't a taxi. It was like you actually physically went through it. We watched it. And then there was all the aftermath after, and you went, oh, we were all involved. I don't know what it was. It felt almost before its time. It's like, oh, she's gone. It felt literally like she'd gone. Rather, some people leave and they're going to leave, and it has a build up. And you go, oh, like you going, we are going to see you. But it was a weird.
Well, also, we weren't involved in Coulson's sort of death scene, so we probably didn't get that same experience as what we would have had. It's a weird one.
I have a message for you.
Oh yeah,
it's from someone you know.
Hey Jack, hey Coulson, hey Ben. Hello. My gosh, it's been a while. It's been some time. 10 years since Kylie left. I can't even fathom how quickly that has gone. It's crazy. But I can also state that I just had the best years, the best 6 years ever. And I have such fond memories. There was never a day when I dreaded going into work with Jack. Every day was full of hidden surprises, and some of my fondest memories are literally us just, letting those characters grow and seeing their relationship develop after it was such a fantastic, find from the off. The pair of them just ignited, and I think, do you know what? Something special to come out of it is that we've always left the audience wanting more. I'd rather that than have kind of it just, fizzled out over time and, affair after affair or whatever. Sometimes these storylines can come round again and again, can't they? So I just think it's amazing that we left the audience, heartbroken but wanting more. So, so much love from me, as always. And, hope to see you guys soon.
Well, it's really nice, isn't it? Yeah, I think she's hit the nail on the head there, hasn't she? It was nice that. Yeah,
it was a real moment, Jack. It was a real moment. You don't get many of those.
No.
You don't get many of those on the street, I think, where you go, everyone, when you're filming, and when we'd see you on the monitor, or we'd see you that day, or we'd be in scenes with the Platts, or we know it was coming up. You very rarely get those moments where you're in it and you go, oh, this is a special moment in the show.
Yeah.
This is a what, you have a few, that was a point where we all were so invested in that story. And then the end came and you were like,
yeah. It was a long
and it was a real hole in the Platts, I felt.
Yeah.
She was a real, because I remember being there and it slotted in you two, and then they go, and then your double act's gone. You play, like I've played so much with Jane. You play that double act, don't you?
It was Kylie and David were so strong because they complemented each other in every single way.
And also, she gave it Dave back,
yeah,
which was always very good.
Met the match.
Like, you took David from this kind of like petulant kind of kid who didn't really give it stuff
into a man,
into a relationship where someone went, I'm not putting up with it. Really. I think that whole year was pretty.
It was also on the back. It was on the back of the live, wasn't it? So it's the live the year before. So they just had this big thing of putting the body under the thing, getting rid of all that, finally getting away with it. Then
the discovery of Callum Logan's body.
Yeah,
and it was that thing, like you said, of it was the story came at the end, and it came at the happy ending.
Yes,
and I remember my part in that scene was that
you dropped the kebab on the floor.
Kylie walks past me.
The comedy dropped the kebab.
Right. That was it. That was it. The crash, and then
fat lad drops the comedy
you
kebab.
went like that.
And I was like, "Are you taking the piss? We're getting fucking comedy in this."
He's doing the silent scream. Like, genuinely, I think it's the best performance I've ever seen you give.
It is.
40 seconds. 40 seconds.
Can we not marred by kebab on floor?
40 seconds.
What?
But also, it's the sadness of the kebab going on the floor.
I see it get stabbed, and I just drop my kebab.
Oh, no.
I think I had chili sauce down my pants. And you're there cradling, crying.
I suppose weirdly, at times that was Corrie, wasn't it?
I know.
Yeah,
that were times when. But there was a lot in that year was. Discovery of Karen Logan's body in the May, Kylie Platt's tragic July, David's crash and Anna Windass Burns.
God, yeah.
October, when I patted her.
The crash
down.
was on Rosamond Street. It was there, Rosamond Street.
Rosamond Street.
Yeah. And then Anna Windass on fire.
On fire. Me and Mike Lavelle putting her out. Carla Connor's exit, Nick Tilsey's failed wedding. That was in the May. Pat Phelan's reign of terror begins.
Wow.
Begins.
So Phelan had not even been.
Pat Phelan returned to Weatherfield in January, quickly entrenching himself with Eileen Grimshaw.
Returned.
And running the infamous Calcutta Street property scam with Vinnie Ashford.
Yes.
Leanne's secret baby and Steve McDonald.
Vinnie was, what's his face from Doctors?
Terrence.
No. Vinnie was... Ian Kelsey.
Yes. Was it?
Yeah, Vinnie was Ian Kelsey.
Toya Battersby came back December. Adam and Daniel Barlow in the autumn.
Wow.
Big year.
2016 Corrie. Lovely to have Paula on the show. Thank you very much, Paula.
Yeah, thanks, Paula. Very nice.
Been nice to look back at an iconic year. Do you know what? That episode, the Kylie's death episode, will be worth going to have a watch. I would think.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would.
I mean, for the kebab drop alone.
For the kebab drop alone, yeah.
It still stands up. The image still stands up.
Nikki Lister directed.
Nikki Lister directed it, yeah, and she went. Now I've got you on. My only thought. I mean, when I read the script, I was like, it was big.
You were on a stage.
Yeah, and I kind of suggested that because she was like, she's going to die in your arms. And I was like, there's no way I can look up. She's on the street.
Yeah.
I was like, all my eye line is going to be to her, and they can't get a camera on me. So I was like, can you build a stage and film it in a way so that you've just got blue sky behind us, grey sky, Manchester sky, whatever, but it turned out it was blue, behind us, and so that you can get a camera and get a shot. And they went, yeah, we'll try and we'll work on it. And then they phoned and said, yeah, we'll get you a stage. I was like, thank you.
We'll get you a stage.
So the performance was on it was actually, it wasn't on the cobbles, it was on a stage on the street.
We had Tiger on camera on the Ribshaw for a bit.
Rickshaw. I like Ribshaw.
Ribshaw would be good. It sounds like
it was John. It wasn't Tiger.
Was it not?
No, it was John on the Steadicam with that. And then Andy Bennett was on the cameras. I can't remember who was on the other.
And
cameras.
Kate Waters, Fighter Rangers, did quite a lot of work.
Paula Sally pregnant. Matthews was the first in it.
Boothstown Co-op the other day.
Sally Matthews was first in it. Yeah, it was meant to be Peter Shaw's block, but he went on holiday.
No, it was great. Obviously, the kebab will be the thing that people remember, which is.
I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? That's the terrible thing about it. When you think about that amazing kind of thing, you just go kebab.
The first line in the scene where she gets stabbed, I opened it up and I said, just look at it. It's a work of art. And I'm holding a kebab like that. I remember doing the line run of like this massive thing. And obviously no one's asked about what I'm doing because someone gets stabbed and there's a fight and I'm there going, oh, just look at that. It's a work of art.
I remember I couldn't even do the line run.
Yeah.
I says, I can't even do a line run. If I do a line run, I'll go in the line run.
Yeah.
When there's no cameras.
I mean, that's a good point. I
literally can't read it.
That's a good trick
of
the trade.
Powerful. It was that the words by Chris Futrell. Yeah. Name check there. They were so good. I said to her, there's just no way I can. Yes. I can't.
Sometimes you only know.
Just put the cameras. I'll show you.
You've only got one go,
and then just put them on, and we'll see. I think we did 2 takes in the end.
Had you discussed the silent screen?
Nothing.
With anyone?
Literally didn't say anything.
And did you know that's what you were going to do?
Yeah, that's what I went. Yeah.
But you didn't tell anyone?
No.
So the minute they've called cut on that.
And because they just went, what are you going to do at the end? Because at the end it says like, and David lets out like a cry. And I went, it won't be a cry. It'll be like a silent cry. And then I don't know. I went, let's just see what happens. And then I did the thing.
Did they clap? What happened?
No one clapped. No. I think just everybody. I think there were a lot.
It was a lot of shock.
There were a lot of people joining in, crying. I don't think people went, yeah.
Then props resetting the kebab off the floor. Right, that's all we got.
It was Chris Futrell.
Chris Futrell.
Yeah, I think Fewtrell. That's who wrote the scenes. Yeah.
Chekhov in Chekhov's world, a character experiences a devastating realization or emotional breakdown. The silent scream.
Oh, it is a thing.
I knew it was a thing because I've seen it on stage.
Oh, right.
And I think in Mother Courage, there's a silent scream where you're so overcome.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember being at the National and just that, like you did, and nothing comes out, and the audience are frozen because you're not getting a release from the pain, so you're not hearing crying or screaming or anything. You're getting actually, it was super effective.
But it is interesting, like what you've said in this episode. I think this has been a really interesting episode, and us looking back on a Corrie year and a Corrie storyline. Maybe it's something we could do more on the podcast. But you talking about how that story is the thing that you've taken home the most and has been the most strenuous out of the work that you've done in terms of emotion. That's a really interesting thing, isn't it? That in your 25, 30-year career, that's the one where you found it challenging, you found it hard.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you take the loss of the kebab home with you as well, or was that?
He took the kebab home.
He took the kebab.
He didn't lose anything, Dave. Don't you worry. I mean, I think that's the other thing that's very particular to the show. Bit like when you went, you aren't coming back.
No.
Yeah, you know it's the end.
You know it's the end. It's not. It's once we say goodnight, that's the last time I'll see you in the green room. It's done.
Yeah.
You see them outside like we do, but it is the last time.
But it does just end. And, you'll have found, like, we've heard from Paula on today's episode, you two had a great relationship. She was huge in the plot. She was a massive part of your family. People leave. And when they leave, they leave. It's what happens in that show. It happens with...
It has to move on.
It moves on, but you do build a very... You are in a family for all that time.
So
for those
grieve.
6 years,
you grieve.
You're always together.
Yeah, but I want so much grieving because Paula was leaving.
No.
It was
the story.
It was
and
having
where you were
to
having
think
to go.
of the death and someone that
but,
close.
But also,
going.
it's also feeding in those 6 years of her. Whereas sometimes in a drama, you might have. You might have 3 months and you go, okay, I've really got to dig something up. But there was a lot there of 6 years. But yeah, brilliant. Really brilliant.
Right, we're out of time here on today's episode of On the Sofa. Come back on Wednesday. We're talking all things Born Identity, which has been picked by Tom on Patreon. Then Friday's episode, we're continuing the Corrie chat as I have a fun game to play with the two lads. We will see you back here on Wednesday for more On the Sofa action. Until then, bye.
Bye.